you should have something or the other, right? To create that wow effect. So I thought, why not to use technology to create that wow for me? All right. So, very, very warm welcome to all of you, and especially Kushal Parikh sir. It's my honor to talk to sir today. We all know he's one of the stalwart in terms of being a CHRO or taking care of L&D. And I was just going through the profile. I was like, wow. He has worked most of the biggest corporate, and right now he's with Adani Group, Adani Wilmar. I remember in '99 when this particular venture started. After that, the way fortune took everyone's heart and it reached to almost every house, that was not easy. It was a strong innovation in terms of edible oils, isn't it, sir? That was like you reached to each and every heart, to be very frank. And today I'm going to talk about transformational leadership. When we say transformational leadership, what does that I mean? Believe me, since I'm a bio student, so I actually get into the process of metamorphosis. So many caterpillars, they dream for it, but it is so hard to break the chrysalis, the inside and outside, both the shell. And until unless it has been broken in hard way, totally, completely, no caterpillar can turn into a butterfly, which we like as a product, wonderful, colorful. We just like them. So when it is transformational leadership, exactly like that caterpillar, exactly like that painful process of metamorphosis, every individual has to be ready to break the shell, be it internal shell or be it outer shell. You really cannot operate from ego. You really cannot operate from strength and weaknesses. We need to reach the level of wisdom. But however, to reach the level of wisdom, you need a lot of courage. And I know Dr. Gautam, because on behalf of Indian Coaching Federation, this whole talk show is happening. He is one of the pioneer in terms of bringing that. And as I know, Kushal, he's been doing so much in terms of L&D, and he gets that intent there so that we reach to that level of transformation. So I would like to know from you, what is your opinion when we talk about transformational leadership?
So first of all, thank you for having me here, and good evening, everybody who have connected on a Wednesday evening. Thank you for having me again here and giving me this opportunity. See, for me, you call it leadership, you call it transformation leadership. It is incomplete without the team. It is incomplete without others. Individually, you could be great in whatever you're doing, but if you're not able to take your people along with you, you're not a leader.
Absolutely.
So when does a leader convert himself from a leader to a transformational leader? Is when he's able to inspire the team or the people that he is associated with, maybe
Right.
reporting directly, indirectly, people working with him within the organization, outside the organization, and when he's able to inspire others to take the journey that he has been through, let people learn from whatever the journey has been till now, show them what is the correct way to do it, support them whenever they are diverted from their path, show them a direction. That's when a leader becomes a transformation leader. So in short, if you ask me, one line answer for this would be that when people join you, when people follow you without any reason, without any obligation, is when a true transformation is achieved by a leader.
Absolutely, I'm so in sync with your thoughts because, and this has been modesty and it. I think to the senior people when they deal with a lot of mentors, probably it comes as one of the wisdom result. However, not everybody, but the way you are talking about going along with the team, this is I totally in sync with you, because without which really cannot be, you cannot achieve anything. So the other day there was a question from one of the senior leader from one of the corporate company, and they asked, "What is the difference between success and satisfaction?" So when we talk about leadership, when we talk about transformation, when we talk about going ahead with people, the ultimate aim or goal, we all are looking for that success in our life, right? So be it whatever role I am in. However, I'm just looking forward for the next, what I'm going to have in terms of my career, in terms of my personal life, in terms of my relationships. Because unless until everything is in place, I really cannot call me myself successful. However, I would like to take your opinion in terms of what is that you feel the basic difference, or maybe the deeper difference between the success and the satisfaction.
Sure. So see, success has a different definition for different people. Okay, if you talk about the corporate world in the professional environment, okay, success is defined by people as the position that I'm in, the role that I'm doing, whether my needs are being fulfilled or not, and whatever designation that I have achieved till now, that defines success for people. Whereas the satisfaction, it's again a very different definition for various people. Now, definition could be arise not only from the designation or not only from the role that I'm performing, but what I'm getting out of that designation, what I'm able to deliver out of that role that I am performing. Now, it could be in terms of something like whatever role I am in, at the highest of the highest point of the hierarchy or the lowest designation. But if I'm getting an opportunity to give back something to the society, or am I if I'm able to achieve my work-life balance, or am I able to if I'm able to pursue my own passions or do things which I like doing it, I'm satisfied. Okay, so that's where the satisfaction level also comes in. Okay, so let me give you an example, and this is something which is very close to my heart, and I personally have lived this journey, so I'll be able to explain it better, and I've realized that how important it is in any professional's life. So I have a very clear goal for myself. Okay, where people talk about goal setting, and we as HR profession and learning and development profession always talk about that we need to have goals, long term, short term goals, and everything. Okay, so this is the journey which I started almost 20 years back now, right after I completed my graduation. So the same thing, same thought. Okay, what is it that I want going over a period of time? Should I focus on success? Should I focus on satisfaction? And if it is success, what does it mean for me? If it is satisfaction, what does it mean for me? So that is the journey which I started doing it. So all the theory and all keeping aside, so did a SWOT analysis for myself. Now there's something, I was like just 19 years old, young teenager kind of thing, and at that point of time I started all this fundamentals. So did a SWOT for myself, what I liked doing it, what I didn't like it doing it, and I associated with that, can I convert all these things into a career? So some of the strength which I found for myself, that okay, I like working with people. Okay, I like talking with people, I like interacting with a lot of people, I was good at interpersonal skills, those were my strength areas. How do I convert that into a professional? So at that point of time, decided to take up, okay, why not become a learning and development professional, why not become a facilitator? Okay, and that's where I took a goal for myself, that at the age of 45 I want to retire from my corporate life and start on my own and establish myself as a facilitator. Now you can imagine, at the age of 19 I'm deciding a goal for myself at the age of 45. Okay, at that point of time, okay, it was just an aspiration. But then, as I slowly and steadily, when I started building on it, uh, I started realizing the importance of it, and that's where I started setting goals for myself. That's where I started setting short-term goals for myself, setting milestones for myself. And if you see my entire career trajectory till now, right after my MBA, my first job itself, I started as a facilitator. That okay, if I want to become a facilitator as a long term, I need to start establishing myself as I learn the state skills. So what are those state skills? My first job itself was as a facilitator, as a trainer that I started with. And post that, okay, then realizing that into moved into corporate as well. What kind of corporates do I want to work with? What kind of people do I want to work with? And that's how I started building upon my experience. Now, some of the learnings here, if I say, Uh, None of the industries, if you see my profile and people who can visit my LinkedIn profile and see that, none of the industry I've repeated twice. So all the industries that I
I
worked
have
with, all
gone
the
through.
companies are very, very different, very, very unique. Okay, but the core area was learning and development. So that's what I was building my experience on, that how do I deal with different kind of people, different kind of expectations, different kind of organization need, and that is something that I started building it. Now for me, one milestone after other is success for me. That yes, success. Why? Because I am moving a step closer towards my end goal of at the age of 40, retiring at the age of 45 from the corporate life. So that defines success for me. How do I measure success, whether I'm successful, actually I'm successful or not? The kind of satisfaction which I got from the kind of work that I'm doing. Okay, I, I started delivering program. I started designing programs. What did I enjoy more? Okay, I started doing more of that. I started acquiring that kind of skill sets for that, because that was giving me satisfaction. Okay, so of course, success was defined by the milestones that I was achieving. Say age of 25, where should I be? At the age of 30, where should I be? At the age of 40, where should I be? I was achieving that milestone. That's success for me. But the satisfaction of doing what I like, doing what I had set an aspiration for myself, converting that aspiration into tangible actions and achieving it. Now that is what is giving me satisfaction. Now I know that people who started with me, they may be a level or two higher than me. That's fine, completely okay with it. I'm not comparing that at all. As far as my individual goals are being achieved, that's a satisfaction for me. So if you are, this is kind of slightly a longer answer to your question of what is success and what is satisfaction. Satisfaction is success is all the milestone that I have been achieving in line with whatever year, where do I want to see myself, and satisfaction is doing something out of it. Okay, delivering as per my aspirations, delivering as per my passion. So that's my answer to your question here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Again, I'm just getting in sync with uh, multiple times. Dr. D has said, you know what success is? What is that you're experiencing, that time? And this is exactly in syncing with your side, your thoughts when you said achieving a milestone. So once you achieve a milestone and that feel that I have achieved it, that particular moment, you feel, yes, I'm successful. And then you set the next and the next and the next. And in terms of satisfaction, yes, definitely, this is a wonderful thing you have shared that maybe my colleagues, my peer, maybe they have gone to 2 level high or 3 level high, wherever I am, but I know I have the fulfillment. So I let me tell you the kind of a family I ran. I am a wife of an army officer, and he was most of the time he was away, and I had a mentally challenged brother-in-law. I had parents to look after and two small children. So for one point of time, for some years, I had to keep my career aside. Right. So that is the time I was behind in the race for some time in corporate. Then I started my own venture. But exactly what you're saying, there's no regret in terms of I have done the major, I had a major, bigger vision for that. So there is no regret. Maybe it is somebody has become a national head training is fine. I am having my own venture. That's a different issue. But the thing is, yes, having no regret, having no guilt that, because of X reason I had to do this. No, I'm pretty satisfied, pretty fulfilled from inside that I've done my role as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter-in-law. So this is just a woman perspective to what you said, because we have different challenge in terms of when we start working home and extended family, though you all are having it, be little more, I mean, in terms of giving. So wonderful, wonderful. You have brought me to a nostalgic moment wherein I felt a similar thing. So that means, Kushal, it is what you are saying is it is not a destination. Success is not the destination. It is a journey, isn't it? That is what you're trying to say. So
Completely
can you
agree.
elaborate a bit for the youngsters, especially the middle level and the people who are just joining? Because I have seen for the millennials, it is like tuck, tuck, tuck. There is no one step jump for the third one and then the 10th one, and they don't have that, that patience. So, how is that you will define that if we talk about success, it is basically uh, a journey wherein you have just started, you are going one step at a time, and of course, it is not a destination. Once you achieve, probably something else will come in, right? So, will you please elaborate?
Sure. So see, there are two words which I generally use whenever I'm facilitating or I'm talking with with my team or my colleagues and all. These two words generally has a very negative connotation to it. But if you use it in correct context, it is very very important and the need of the hour, for which every youngster should pick up. These are the two words like every one of us needs to be greedy and needs to be selfish. Now let me explain why do I mean that. Okay, greedy is that don't be satisfied with what you have today. You've achieved, very good, enjoy it. What next? Okay, try for more. Okay, try for more. You move from, you're fresh out of college, you shift into you're living with your friends in one room house. Okay, aspire for 2 bedroom, aspire for, post that, aspire for 3 bedroom, aspire for bungalow, aspire for a penthouse in a city like Mumbai. Go ahead, be greedy about it. Okay, now when I say greedy, it's not nothing wrong in it. You have your own aspirations, and you're building your aspirations, you are making them stronger. Now this, if you channelize the energy in the right way, that greed can be converted into aspiration. Those aspirations can then gets converted into your goals, and that goals gives you an energy to move forward. It will propel you forward again and again over a period of time. And the second part is selfish. When I say selfish, is at the end of the day, if you are not happy, nobody else around you would be happy.
Absolutely.
None of us are saint here that I'm sad and I'm not doing well, but still I'll keep everybody happy. Nobody can claim that. If one is happy, everybody else around will be happy. One is not happy, he cannot keep people around him them happy. And that's why you need to be very very selfish. Look at for your own goals and aspirations first. What is it that you want? Okay, what is it that you want to do? Okay, focus on that first. Achieve that. Automatically you will be happy. And if you are happy, you'll be able to spread that happiness around you. Okay, you happy, your family gets happy. Okay, you've achieved something, you move on, your family moves along with you. You're same when I said use the term family, not only in the personal life, but not only your spouse and kids, but it's also your teams. Okay, if you are a satisfied manager, your team would be satisfied. If you are a happy manager, your team would be happy. Okay, and that's where these two words comes in, that be greedy, be selfish. Nothing wrong about it. Of course, both the things not at the cost of others, but along with others. Okay, become selfish, make your team member selfish, work towards a common goal. Inspire everybody to focus on their goals, create goals for themselves, work towards it. Help them become selfish. Help them become identify. Help them identify ways in which they can achieve their own aspirations and success and satisfaction. And same way, don't be satisfied with what you have. What's next? Ask yourself always and push yourself.
Wonderful. So, multiple times when we chat in Indian coaching, India Coaching Federation. So, Dr. D, multiple times he said, don't operate from strength and weakness, operate from the wisdom. So, what you have said, these two words, if I look at it from wisdom point of view, not going on the word, as you said, it can be for some, it can be negative. However, the intention behind, the end result, the intention behind is for a bigger vision, for a bigger goal, for the people around me in terms of my professional or personal life. If it is bringing that happiness, with that uh, success, that feeling of fulfillment, if it is bringing that, definitely it's okay, because from wisdom point of from wisdom's point, I am not operating in terms of my strength or weakness, in terms of my selfishness, only for myself. It's I'm keeping my eye behind, and the whole team is in front of me, and keeping them in mind, I am deciding what is that I need to do, I want to do, I should go ahead with. Right? This is what you are talking about. And this is so wonderful. I love taking things and jotting down points. And I'm going to make notes today on this particular thing. I love the way you have given this description in terms of two negative words, making it highest level of bringing that highest level of positivity into it. So this is really nice. And one more thing. So we have talked about success, we have talked about uh, satisfaction, we have talked about happy me, so that I bring that happiness around. I bring that vitality and josh around. Now I'll go back to the transformational leadership. How is that possible? Because you may be having a wonderful objective. I have a wonderful objective. However, the people I'm surrounded with, not necessarily everybody is thinking on our line or your thought process. So sometimes we may get disconnect there. However, that disconnect is because of their own ego, there is because of their own journey, because of their own experiences, wherein they're not ready to shut it down. See, like a snake, something that is not useful, you need to shed it out. Until unless you're ready to shed that out beyond ego, it is that actual inner growth is not possible. So that is what when we talk about transformational coaching, transformational leadership, transformational felicitation, transformational you being a transformational coach. I mean you, me, or whoever. How do we connect these two dots? Success and transformation. Transformation within. How is that we can bring this message? Everyone out there, see if you are happy within. As you said, if you are happy within, you will be able to spread happiness. If you are in guilt, you are in shame, you are in blame, you are in inner conflict, you're just faking it. You're not being authentic, and you are telling, I'm keeping my wife happy, I'm keeping my manager happy, I'm keeping my team happy, everyone happy. But to be very frank, you are just giving a lot of negative energy. So how can we create this need so that that shedding has to happen to reach out to that level what you're talking, Kushal, Kaushal.
Yeah. So for me, what I feel is that first of all of us need to shed that syndrome called as superhero syndrome. Okay, many a times we feel that okay, I've reached a particular role, I've reached a particular designation, I'm senior, and there are a lot of people looking up to me. That means I need to know everything. Okay, I need to be perfect in whatever I'm doing. But we forget at the end of the day we are still human, and we are still an average human being. It's possible for us to not know a lot of things, and we will require support of a lot of many other peoples. That the way today in most of the leadership session, not most, all the leadership sessions, if you see. Uh, all the leaders, the one key message, if they have to take away, the first thing which has been taught to them is be vulnerable, accept your limitations, accept that you will not know everything. And how do you fill that gap? Either you learn on your own, but again at that point of time you have limited time, limited resources, and that's why you'll have to rely on your teams as well. You will have to rely on people around you as well. So the more you interact with them, the more you groom them, the more you give them opportunity, your team an opportunity to grow and uh, fulfill their own responsibilities and come up with newer thoughts, newer ideas, newer actions. Give them authority, give them delegation, okay, to try out new things. Now that is where they'll be able to complete you. Now, when that is happening, you yourself are growing, and in the same process, your team is also growing along with you. Okay, and that's where this the ego part of it, that I need to know everything and I'm a superhero, will stop you in between. Once you shed that, take people along with you. They will complete you. Your team completes you. Okay, see, it's all about as a leader how much difference you have made in the life of your team members. Okay, I still remember some of my team members with whom I had worked years back, but still they call me up, okay, and just ask for any suggestion. The simple, my manager has asked me to do this thing, I'm not aware about it, can you help me out with this? A simple question. We may not talk with each other years together. Suddenly out of the blue, the person will call me up and ask for this. Now that's where the trust comes in, that I the person is aware, knows that the kind of trust that he has with me, he can call me up anytime, and he knows that he'll get a right answer. Now that's a trust. Is that there's no formality around it. Now that's where the difference that I as a leader was able to make in his mind. Now at that point of time, I was not even thinking about it. That okay, there's something which it was normal relationship as a reportee and a manager relationship. but the way the things happen, something worked well. Okay, and the people still connect with you. That's the kind of relationship if you're able to build with your team members. That's where the transformation starts coming in. Okay, because you have impacted at least one person's life, and the one person is learning from you, is getting inspired from you. And the person, the team member, when he becomes a manager, they know an example whom to look forward. Okay, if I want to become a good manager, this is the person that I can replicate, or I can see, or see the mannerism, the see the way he behaves with he was behaving with me. Can I do the same thing with my own team? And that's where the transformation starts. So that
Wonderful.
that would be my key message here. That what's the kind of difference that you're able to make in the life of others. That will define how the transformation comes in, and of course, shed the superhero syndrome.
Wonderful. And I'm seeing right now very contented senior leadership right in front of me. So the such lovely thoughts and seamless approach in terms of bringing things in process. Wonderful, and thank you so much. I would like to talk a little bit of India Coaching Federation. So it has been started by Dr. Gautam, Dr. Dhirendra Gautam, and we call him Dr. Uh, Life Doctor because he has done his PhD in business and human design, and worked with multiple huge corporate sector as global CFO. And for him, I have a thought. I take him as a happy monk in my life, a monk who sold his Ferrari kind of thing, because he is bringing that beautiful transformation in all of us, and really working day in and day out. The way you were telling, we can anytime call him, and we're stuck. We can talk to him, and this is what the India Coaching Federation brings in the platform, wherein we are in the process of creating the real transformed coach, because unless until I am ready to accept what was right or wrong in my own life, I really cannot tell somebody that you do this, because I have not solved my own issues. So it is from inside out, shedding the skin of that old snake and getting ready to have that metamorphosis in our own life. And that is what the wonderful thing which is happening at India Coaching Federation, along with a lot of successful coaches, and the real transformation are happening. And we are planning to have the standardized process also in terms of training and felicitation, so that these days what is happening, you throw a stone, there are 10 coaches, trainers. However, how deep that coaching has gone in, that is what we are trying to bring in through people. And I just wanted to share this a thought of India Coaching Federation and having these talks to coach, talk to leaders and all that stuff. And thank you so much, Kaushal. I feel honored that I could spend these 30 minutes with you, because I learned a lot many things from you, and I'm really, really appreciate your modesty, your internal intention for your people, for your team. And I'm very sure that you just being an asset for a company, just being like a parental figure maybe for your L&D division. And lot of love, lot of respect, lot of regard to you and to all our viewers. Thank you so much for spending this half an hour with all of us, with both of us. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you, Kaushal.
Thank you very much, Bharti, and very much so. I am a coach myself, and I can relate to the kind of work that you are doing. And I've seen the value of coaching, which the training is not able to bring in. So I completely aligned with you. And again, thank you for having me here.
Thank you.